The news, good evening. How the ministry and the agricultural agency functions in relation to farmers and producers, facilities available to them, classification of farmers, cost production, agriculture on Kuwait TV are some of the issues raised during the second annual general meeting of the Agricultural Producers Association. The meeting was held this morning at the Grand Ansmaï NSC Hall and was attended by some 30 members and participants.
For us, the structural organization of the institution, SAA, Minister of Agriculture, needs to be looked into and needs to be dealt with as soon as possible, so that the farmer knows that when they call or they go to the respective institution, they get the support they need. Okay? Because otherwise you're just going to turn around in limbo and never achieve your objective as a producer. Other constraint that we are faced with today are the classification of farmer. This is something that should have never happened. Where the classification limits the farmer access to resources. Okay? If that is the objective, then you defeat the purpose of having an institution that governs production in the country in the first place. So for us, these are one or two of the main concerns for us, and we hope that our discussion with the government will lead to more clarification and resolution of this concern for the sector and help us to move forward in the right direction.
The Minister for Foreign Affairs and Tourism, Sylvester Radegonde, has told the National Assembly that the visit by President Wavel Ramkalawan and his delegation to Mauritius cost absolutely nothing. Air transport was provided free of charge by the Islands Development Company IDC, and the Mauritian government bore the cost of the stay in the country. Mr. Radegonde was speaking in the National Assembly this morning in answer to a question from the leader of the opposition, Sébastien Pillet. The foreign minister noted that President Ramkalawan made the trip at the invitation of the Mauritian government. He noted that Prime Minister Praveen Jugnauth issued the invitation for the state visit immediately after Mr. Ramkalawan's election as head of state, and eager to bolster the relationship with Mauritius and other regional countries, the President accepted the offer. Amongst other questions in the National Assembly today, the elected MNA for Besentan, Churchill Gill, asked the Vice President, Ahmed Afif, whether the government had any plans to assign a minister for Praslin and the Inner Islands portfolio. Vice President Ahmed Afif said no such plans have been considered. However, he stressed that the President himself was eager to take personal responsibility to ensure the economic development of both Praslin and La Digue. He believes their contributions to the economy are invaluable. He has had meetings with MNAs from both islands, and he intends to do his utmost to ensure that businesses thrive. The Ministry of Health is introducing a new and easy method to do a HIV/AIDS test. They are using the WHO-approved Melan self-test kit, a kit that individuals can test themselves at their own convenience in private. Today, nurses were showing members and staff of the National Assembly how to use this kit as part of a 3-day campaign organized by the National Assembly Committee for Communicable Disease, HIV/AIDS, and the Sexual Health Reproduction. This is to commemorate the World's AIDS Day, which was on the 1st of December. It took less than 15 minutes to have the test done and to get the result. The program manager of AIDS control at the Ministry of Health says the National Assembly is one among several organizations which have requested to have this test done, and they have been using the self-test kit for about 3 months now. She says the ministry will make this test kit available to the public during the course of next year.
It will be done only by early next year. And why is because that before we implement such big project, we have to ensure that our structure is in order. So we are planning to develop SOPs and at the same time to put a helpline so that if someone has done a test, they have someone to contact if ever they have a reactive result. and also to ensure that the implementation goes well and there's also sustainability. It will be free of charge, but however, in regards to where exactly from the health facilities it will be available, we still have to discuss. But we are also encouraging the private pharmacies and the private clinic to enroll on this project so that they can sell it at their facilities too.
The Minister for Agriculture, Climate Change and Environment said that PUC and Energy Commission are working on its plans to improve their services. Minister Flavien Joubert said this after his visit to both headquarters. After discussing with both managements, Minister Joubert pointed out that the work Energy Commission is doing to amend its policies, whereas PUC, its main focus is on increasing its capacity to produce more electricity.
In regards to reserve capacity for the plant itself, they do have a concern about the capacity of the plant to sustain the country under all operating conditions. And also the other main issue is staff that they have available in the country. Right now, PUC, out of a total of 1,200 staff, they have about 50 expatriates, and many of them are in key positions, engineers, etc. And they are concerned that those people, given the importance in the system, should be eventually replaced by Seychellois, people who would stay with the company long term and ensure that we do have that technical support that we need for continued delivery of a service.
The newly installed Bishop of the Diocese of Port Victoria, Bishop Alain Harel, paid a courtesy call on President Wavell Rumkalawan at State House this morning. Bishop Harel was accompanied by Cardinal Maurice Piat and the Bishop Emeritus Denis Vier. President Rumkalawan formally welcomed him to the country and took the opportunity to reiterate the government's continued support and collaboration with the Roman Catholic Church. Some of the topics discussed included the role of the Roman Catholic Church in spiritual education, raising greater awareness of morality and ethical practices, as well as how to collectively enhance collaboration alongside other partners in the community to address various social challenges. And with this, we end this news summary. Thank you for watching and have a very pleasant evening watching other programs on SBC.